Hey guys, welcome to this live session with me, Kshitij on Shoot Guru. And today's live session is an amazing one because it is very, very dear to my heart. It is all about music videos. We love shooting music videos. So if you are a music video enthusiast, do put in the comment box what kind of music video do you like shooting. I am keeping a watch on the music videos. The computer is right here on my left. So if I keep looking on the left in between, that means I'm either looking at the presentation or I am looking at your comments. So what would you prefer me talking in? Would you like me to talk in Hindi? Would you like me to talk in English? Just put in the chat box and we will start very, very soon. And if you have any questions, just keep putting them in. I will take those questions up. This is an opportunity for you guys to get live answers, and this video will be available on the Shoot Guru app post this session. So don't forget to download the Shoot Guru app, and please keep the chat rolling. Have a great session. We will start in another 2 minutes. So is it live now? वो बंद कर दो. Right, guys, let's begin. And there's a demand for Hindi. Is everybody comfortable in Hindi? क्या मैं हिंदी में बात कर सकता हूँ? और अगर आप लोगों के लिए हिंदी परफेक्ट है, प्लीज चैट बॉक्स में डालिए हिंदी या फिर इंग्लिश, एंड आई विल स्टार्ट टॉकिंग इन दैट. एंड व्हाइल यू डूइंग दैट, कि आप अपना इंट्रोडक्शन भी दीजिए. प्लीज टेल मी योर नेम, वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम, एंड व्हाट डू यू डू. एंड दिस इज नेसेसरी बिकॉज हम बहुत लोगों के साथ कोलैबोरेट कर रहे हैं. आफ्टर दिस पैंडेमिक वी आर ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग द कम्युनिटी बैक. तो हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि सब लोगों को एक सपोर्ट सिस्टम मिले, सब लोगों को एक स्किल अप सिस्टम मिले. इस वजह से ये फ्री वर्कशॉप्स भी की जा रही हैं. एंड आई होप दैट दिस हेल्प्स यू इन सम वे और द अदर. सो हिंदी में ही बात करते हैं. आज की वर्कशॉप डेफिनेटली बहुत ही स्पेशल है. इट इज अबाउट म्यूजिक वीडियोस. हम लोग आए दिन म्यूजिक वीडियोस देखते हैं, म्यूजिक कंटेंट कंज्यूम करते हैं. तो व्हाई नॉट हम सीखें कि इसको शूट कैसे करें. कुछ एक प्रोसेसेस है जो हम लोग पर्सनली फॉलो करते हैं म्यूजिक वीडियोस में, क्योंकि म्यूजिक वीडियोस सिर्फ लोगों का नाच गाना ही नहीं होता है, एक स्टोरी लाइन भी होती है. कई बारी एक मूड होता है, कई बारी एक फिल्म चलती है जिसके पीछे म्यूजिक होता है. सो वी विल टॉक अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो please introduce yourself in the chat box and tell me your name, where are you from, and what do you do, and I will start sharing as well side by side. So आज का सेशन इज ऑल अबाउट म्यूजिक वीडियोस. एंड जब हम म्यूजिक वीडियो शूट करते हैं, जब भी हम कोई एक म्यूजिक वीडियो का पैटर्न फॉलो करते हैं या हम लोग एक स्टोरी लाइन बिल्ड करते हैं, उसके पीछे 3 फेजेस होते हैं. देयर इज अ प्री प्रोडक्शन फेज, प्रोडक्शन फेज, एंड ऑफ कोर्स द पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन फेज. आज जो मैं आपको देने जा रहा हूं इज अ बेसिक आउटलाइन, एक बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ शूटिंग म्यूजिक वीडियोस. अगर आप ये बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर फॉलो करेंगे, इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू अ लॉट. ये आपको बहुत मदद करेगा, आपके प्रोसेस को एक ईजी प्रोसेस में कन्वर्ट करेगा, and you will be able to get the quality of music videos जो आजकल की एक बहुत बहुत बड़ी डिमांड है. Post pandemic what I have realized is that the quality standards of people have gone up, क्योंकि सब लोग बहुत ज़्यादा content consume कर रहे हैं, सब लोग बहुत ज़्यादा म्यूजिक कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, वीडियोस कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, नेटफ्लिक्स देख रहे हैं, अमेजॉन प्राइम देख रहे हैं, ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे जा रहे हैं, यूट्यूब कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, जिस वजह से लिटरली मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा, हर किसी को हर चीज़ की एक नॉलेज हो गई है, हर किसी को हर चीज़ का एक तरीका पता चल गया है, जिस वजह से उन लोगों के क्वालिटी स्टैंडर्ड्स बहुत हाई चले गए. दे हैव increased their quality standards, and it has actually enabled them to judge the quality of what films and filmmakers are doing in the market. So when we talk about following basically a process, when we talk about following strategy, there is the pre-production process. प्री-प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस बहुत ही ज़्यादा सिंपल है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है, मगर ये एक लौती ऐसी चीज़ है जो आपको एक बुनियाद देती है. इट गिव्स यू अ स्ट्रक्चर, इट गिव्स यू अ स्टैंडिंग, इट एक्चुअली अलाउज यू टू डिलीवर योर बेस्ट. अगर आपकी प्री प्रोडक्शन सही नहीं होगी तो आपकी प्रोडक्शन में हमेशा प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स अगर प्रोडक्शन में प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी तो पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन भी खराब हो सकता है. So again, welcome guys, welcome to this workshop on music videos. And I see कि बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारी जगहों से आए हुए हैं. Hi Jatin, hi Aniket, hi Rishita, hi Aditya, hi Kanish. I have Gurasis, Hira, and then we have Rishabh. Hi Rishabh, hi Jitesh. Jitesh has been there since the beginning. Hi Jasraj. Welcome guys. Hi Virat, and we have Slumber Visuals. Hi Slumber Visuals. Hi Sumita. And of course, hi Aditya. So I hope you guys like to shoot music videos. And if here is a proposal, if you are an artist yourself या फिर आप किसी सिंगर को जानते हैं जो अपना म्यूजिक एंड म्यूजिक वीडियो प्रोड्यूस कराना चाहते हैं, हमें पिच करें. वी माइट प्रोड्यूस इट फॉर यू विद ऑल द इक्विपमेंट दैट वी हैव. मैं आज आपको कुछ अपने बिहाइंड द सीन्स दिखाऊंगा, एक अपना म्यूजिक वीडियो दिखाऊंगा. आज की वर्कशॉप बहुत लंबी नहीं है, इट्स जस्ट एन आउटलाइन ऑफ व्हाट वी टीच इन आवर कोर्स. But believe me, if you follow this, what I'm teaching this today, you will be able to start shooting some amazing, amazing content as you go ahead. Just be persistent, just keep a check on your quality. So the first thing that we are talking about is actually pre-production. I'm just gonna check whether I am able to give you guys a feed. Is my presentation visible? Yeah. Oh Lord. Okay, for some reason मेरी presentation बीच बीच में गायब होती जा रही है, and I'm gonna just fix that so that it doesn't disappear again. I hope it is visible now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's continue. आज YouTube थोड़ा सा weird act कर रहा है. But anyways, let's continue. तो पहली चीज जो हम pre-production process में देखते हैं, जो कि सबसे important चीज है, that is budgets. Always get your budget right. Always get to know कि आपके पास खर्चा करने की कितनी bandwidth है, आपके पास आपको स्पेंड मनी कितनी है, आप प्रोडक्शन पे कितना पैसा खर्च सकते हैं, प्री प्रोडक्शन पे कितना पैसा खर्च सकते हैं, प्रॉप्स पे कितना पैसा खर्च कर सकते हैं, एक्टर्स पे कितना पैसा खर्च कर सकते हैं, वैल्यू एडेड सर्विसेज पर पैसा कितना खर्च कर सकते हैं. सो इफ यू आर डूइंग अ म्यूजिक वीडियो फॉर अ क्लाइंट, मेक दैट वेरी वेरी क्लियर. अगर आपको कोई क्लाइंट ये बोलता है कि यार तू काम शुरू कर, हम लोग देख लेंगे, well that is completely wrong. ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होता है, and it is very very hard to decide what budgets are there in available to you, and how you can actually work on these budgets, and how you can actually work on the kind of production values that you are trying to give. हमारी production values depend करती हैं आपके budgets के ऊपर, हमारी production values depend करती हैं उस खर्चे के पैसे के ऊपर जो आपको मिलता है as a budget. The budget could be as low as 10,000 rupees to as high as 10 lakh rupees. I have seen music videos even more than that. अगर production value, अब production value हम किसको कहते हैं? Production value कहते हैं कि जो look, जो feel आपकी एक music video production को आ रही है, जो look, जो feel आपकी एक music video को मिल रही है, वो set design, आपका क्या कहते हैं, कोई भी कंटेंट आप उसमें ऐड करना चाहते हैं, प्रॉप्स ऐड करना चाहते हैं, आपके कैरेक्टर्स के कपड़े, आपके एडिशनल एक्स्ट्रा कैरेक्टर्स, ये सारा आपका प्रोडक्शन वैल्यू होता है. इसको मिला के ही प्रोडक्शन बनाई जाती है, एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस इज एक्सपेंसिव. अगर आप जुगाड़ पे कायम हैं, एक हद तक ही आगे जाएंगे, उसके बाद आपको पैसा लगाना पड़ेगा. इसलिए आस्क द आर्टिस्ट. अगर आर्टिस्ट शुरू कर रहा है, फ्रेश स्टार्ट है, उसके बजट्स डेफिनेटली लो होंगे. Do not compromise on quality of the video. Make your setups minimalistic. फालतू की चीजें मत ऐड करो जो आपका बजट बढ़ाएंगी. Keep it as minimalistic as possible and your budgets will be low. Just be careful guys. जितना एक्स्ट्रा पैसा डालेंगे डेफिनेटली चीजें बेटर होंगी, मगर ये याद रखें, अगर आपका पहला म्यूजिक वीडियो बहुत बढ़िया नहीं बना, या वो आर्टिस्ट आपके पहले म्यूजिक वीडियो के साथ खुश नहीं है, तो वो दोबारा वापस नहीं आएगा. We are not here to slaughter, we are here to farm. हम farmers हैं, हम slaughter house नहीं हैं. हम लोगों के साथ relationship बनाते हैं. Music industry, music videos is all about relationships, because that will take you forward on your journey in production, in everything. So the second most important thing is defining your audience. So defining your audience is very 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 important. आपको ये समझना जरूरी है कि आप वो म्यूजिक वीडियो किस ऑडियंस के लिए बना रहे हैं, उस ऑडियंस की क्या प्रेफरेंसेस हैं, उसको क्या देखना पसंद है, उसको लिरिकल वीडियोस पसंद है, उसको म्यूजिक वीडियोस इन टर्म्स ऑफ जस्ट म्यूजिक पसंद है, या उसको स्टोरी लाइन पसंद है, या उसको डांस करते हुए लोग पसंद है. इन सब का कॉम्बिनेशन मिलाकर भी ऑडियंस बनती है. सो यू हैव टू बी careful about who you are creating that content for and what kind of audience is that is going to consume your content. ये ऑडियंस यूट्यूब पर हो सकती है, ये ऑडियंस विमियो पर हो सकती है, आप अपनी म्यूजिक वीडियोस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, आप अपनी म्यूजिक वीडियोस लेबल्स को भी बेच सकते हैं along with the music, along with the track, along with your artist's performance. ये सब कुछ मिलाकर आप लेबल को भी वो म्यूजिक वीडियो बेच सकते हैं. बट एट द सेम टाइम अगर आप अपना एक यूट्यूब चैनल चलाना चाहते हैं या फिर आपका आर्टिस्ट अपना एक यूट्यूब चैनल चलाना चाहता है, उसको ये समझना जरूरी है कि आज की ट्रेंड क्या है, जिस जॉनर में वो जा रहा है. अगर वो लव जॉनर में है, क्या ऑडियंस को स्टोरी लाइन पसंद है. अगर वो रॉक जॉनर में, क्या लोगों को लाइव परफॉर्मेंसेस पसंद है. अगर वो डेथ मेटल में है, तो क्या लोगों को डार्क म्यूजिक वीडियोस पसंद होते हैं. सारी चीजें समझनी जरूरी है. आई नो वी आर नॉट मार्केटर्स, बट एज फिल्म मेकर्स, एज कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स, एज डिजिटल कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स, हमें ये समझना जरूरी है दैट वी आर इन द मार्केट फॉर एन ऑडियंस. जब तक हमें व्यूज नहीं मिलेंगे वो वीडियो भी पॉपुलर नहीं होगा. एंड गाइस, never aim for fake views. Latest news में भी आपने देखा होगा that fake views fall, उसमें एक fall down आता है. Keep it organic, keep it engaged. You have to engage with other artists ताकि वो लोग आपकी प्रोफाइल पे आके engage करें. And that is what YouTube is all about, or Instagram is all about. It is all about organic engagements, and that is what we are talking about. So look for an audience that suits your needs. Look for an audience that will actually like what you are creating. Then clarify your message. So once you've decided कि आप किन के लिए म्यूजिक वीडियो बना रहे हैं, आपकी ऑडियंस कौन है, कहाँ पे एग्जिस्ट करती है, उसको क्या क्या पसंद है, उसके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या है, उसकी लाइक और डिसलाइक्स क्या है, इन सबको कंबाइन करके नाउ यू हैव टू क्लैरिफाई योर मैसेज. नाउ यू हैव टू स्टार्ट स्टोरी टेलिंग. एंड स्टोरी टेलिंग इज ऑल अबाउट योर विजुअल स्टोरी टेलिंग, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू प्रेजेंट योर आर्टिस्ट. अगर हम एक स्टोरी की बात करते हैं, अगर हम एक लव म्यूजिक वीडियो का एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं और हम उसमें कहते हैं कि हम लोग एक म्यूजिक वीडियो दिखाएंगे जिसमें एक स्टोरी लाइन चलेगी गाने के साथ, वेल यू नीड सम वेरी वेरी अमेजिंग एक्टर्स. अगर आपके पास अच्छे एक्टर्स नहीं होंगे, अगर आपके पास अच्छा परफॉर्मर्स नहीं होंगे, योर स्टोरी विल लैग डाउन. ये एक मैंने ग्लिच बहुत बारी देखा है. बहुत सारे म्यूजिक आर्टिस्ट एक्चुअली में बजट कटिंग करते हैं, अपने एक्टर्स के ऊपर बजट कटिंग करते हैं, अपने को एक्टर्स को स्टार्स के ऊपर, एंड दैट इज व्हाट एक्चुअली ruins the whole production value. So there is a question ki how to get motivated or get inspiration to start a music video. Well, मैं उस पे आ रहा हूँ और मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि where do you actually draw inspiration from. So you have to research, you have to talk about your market, you have to talk about success stories, you have to talk about literally everything. I'll just come to that and give you some examples. Where can you look for what? Then एक बार अगर हम ये डिसाइड कर लें कि हमारा मैसेज क्या है, हम लोग क्या करना चाह रहे हैं, हम जाएंगे रिसर्च की तरफ and we will start writing a story. Even if you are not doing a story based production, even if you are not actually producing a storyline in your music video, maybe आपके म्यूजिक वीडियो को जरूरत ही नहीं है, maybe वो एक कवर है, maybe वो किसी की अपनी कॉम्पोजिशन है जो कि सिंगर अपने आप को पोर्ट्रे करना चाहता है, वहां पर भी आपको एक विजुअल स्टोरी लिखनी जरूरी है, वहां पर भी आपको एक शॉर्ट डिवीजन करना जरूरी है, वहां पर भी आपको एक शॉर्ट लिस्ट बनानी जरूरी है जिसके बेसिस पर आप एक्चुअली में शूट करेंगे. एंड बिलीव मी, इफ यू डोंट टेक दीज स्टेप्स यू विल एंड अप लूजिंग कंटेंट. आप इंपॉर्टेंट कंटेंट मिस कर सकते हैं जिसकी वजह से you will not be able to produce really amazing content, and you will skim on important footage. Guys, skim on literally everything. I mean, you can skim on getting the best camera, you can skim on getting the best lights, you can skim on everything, but please, for heaven's sake, never ever skim on your story, never ever skim on shots. एक म्यूजिक वीडियो का सबसे essential backbone is the shots. If you get your shots right, you will be able to create a world-class music video. And for that, you need to have, or you need to define what your shots are. Get your permissions in advance. Go to your location, scout your location in advance. Guys, don't actually, be waiting for the last moment to check out your locations. You have to be very, very careful about how you are producing content, or where are you producing it, what are the permissions that you need for that. आज की डेट में म्यूजिक वीडियोस में ड्रोन्स बहुत यूज होते हैं. ड्रोन्स की परमिशन एक बहुत ही टची और डाइसी सब्जेक्ट है, जिसमें हम भी आज की डेट में रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज वी आर ऑल्सो नॉट इवन श्योर हाउ इज दैट एक्चुअली वर्किंग. But the best bit is what we are actually doing now is we are looking for alternatives for drones. हम लोग drone shots के alternatives दे रहे हैं, या फिर हम लोग gorilla shoot करते हैं. There are drones in the market जो कि आपको नॉन कमर्शियल 4K फुटेज देते हैं. मतलब वो नॉन कमर्शियल ड्रोन है, पर वो आपको 4K फुटेज देता है, जिसके लिए आपको परमिशंस लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. बट यू हैव टू गेट योर ड्रोन रजिस्टर्ड. बिना रजिस्ट्रेशन के ड्रोन ना उड़ाएं. ASI और गवर्नमेंट साइट्स के ऊपर ना उड़ाएं. आर्मी, एयरफोर्स एंड एनी डिफेंस प्रॉपर्टी से बहुत दूर रहें. दैट इज अ वेरी वेरी बेसिक रूल, एंड ऑफ कोर्स वेरी वेरी फार अवे फ्रॉम द एयरपोर्ट. जस्ट बी अल्ट्रा केयरफुल. So what you really have to do is look for the right location, look for where this location exists, वहाँ के लिए क्या क्या परमिशन की ज़रूरत है, वहाँ पे आपको क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज़ अवेलेबल है, क्या वहाँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है कि नहीं है, क्या आपको लाइट्स ले जानी पड़ेंगी, क्या आपको लाइट्स के साथ बैटरीज ले जानी पड़ेंगी. You have to decide on your equipment needs. You have to determine your equipment needs. ये बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. मैंने देखा है कि बहुत सारे लोग just for the sake of it सब कुछ ले जाते हैं अपने साथ, which is not needed. आपको सब कुछ की ज़रूरत नहीं है भाई, हर चीज़ ले जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम, अगर आप हर चीज़ लेके जाते हो, आप ही को उसका ध्यान रखना है भाई, आप ही का ही इक्विपमेंट है. Why do you want to ruin your equipment if something goes wrong? So be very very careful about what is happening with your equipment, where is it happening, and how you are actually managing it. So guys, again, look for the location, get the permissions, get a short list. Never ever go for a shoot without a short list. Check your location in advance कि वहां पे क्या चीजें अवेलेबल हैं, क्या चीजें अवेलेबल नहीं है, and determine your equipment and crew needs. Never take extra people to a shoot. You will only overcrowd your set. You will have unwanted people on set. अगर आपकी फिल्म में डायलॉग्स हैं, आपको साइलेंस चाहिए, तो अगर आप भीड़ इकट्ठी कर दो कि किस किस को चुप कराओगे. What if you take very very unnecessary people on set? That will lead to chaos. That will lead to you spending more money on food, more money on transport, and so much that you will actually end up spending more money. That is your production budget. Okay, Kanish, example of a non-commercial drone, DJI Mavic Mini is a non-commercial drone. You don't need permissions for it, but you need to register the drone. Again, no ASI properties, no government properties, definitely no defense, and very very far away from the airport. Be very ultra careful. Carry extra batteries, and of course shoot 4K. I will come to resolution in just a moment. But before I continue, and before I actually tell you, there is something that I need you guys to see. There is something that I need you guys to understand, is basically where do you research. You have to look for similar content. आपके जैसा content किसी ने कभी तो बनाया होगा भाई. लव स्टोरीज बहुत बनी है, म्यूजिक वीडियोस रोज बनते हैं. देयर आर literally over 1 million music videos being made every single day and being released on YouTube. And believe me guys, some of these are mind-blowingly amazing with the kind of budgets that they have. International artists and even Indian artists, I know so many Indian artists who are doing so well. बहुत लोग बहुत ही अच्छा content create कर रहे हैं, they're able to produce it at a very very good level at very very low budgets. So be careful about what you're doing. Start researching about content. Look for similar content. Draw inspiration from that content. You don't have to copy it. We are not copycats. And in reality, आप copy कर भी नहीं सकते. आप inspiration ले सकते हैं, आप उसको recreate कर सकते हैं. आप same to same नहीं बना सकते हैं. So get inspired, add your inspiration into it, draw your inspiration, and then execute. टॉक टू पीपल. अगर आपको कोई म्यूजिक वीडियो पसंद आता है, अगर आपको कोई म्यूजिक वीडियो अच्छा रहेगा, उसके क्रिएटर से बात करो, उसके आर्टिस्ट से बात करो, उनसे पूछो कि उनको क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हुई है. यहां से आपकी मोटिवेशन आएगी. उन लोगों से पूछो जिनके म्यूजिक वीडियोस ऑलरेडी डले हुए हैं यूट्यूब पे और कुछ मिलियन व्यूज आ रहे हैं. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट आर्टिस्ट, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट वेरी वेरी बिग सेलिब्रिटीज, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट regular artists who are doing a great job at whatever they are doing. So be very careful about who you talk to, where you talk to, and get your questions answered. It is ultra necessary to get your questions answered because that is what is going to help you create some amazing content. Talk to them, talk to the directors, talk to the production, ask them what problems they face, उनको क्या problem face हुई, उनको क्या क्या मतलब क्या क्या चीज़ें face करनी पड़ी in terms of permission, in terms of equipment, in terms of content, in terms of artist, कुछ भी problem हो सकती है किसी को भी. So ये सारे सवाल आपको पूछने ज़रूरी हैं so that you do not make the same mistakes. And that is what I keep telling people. Learn from our mistakes. और मेरी mistakes से सीखोगे तभी अपनी नई मिस्टेक्स करोगे, नहीं तो मेरी ही मिस्टेक्स रिपीट करते रहोगे एंड व्हाट्स द यूज इन दैट. सो ऑलवेज लर्न फॉर अदर पीपल्स मिस्टेक्स. Then look for previous successes. If some videos have done very well in the past, look how they are doing, what they have done differently, how did they market it, कहाँ उन्होंने पैसा लगाया, कहाँ उन्होंने पैसा नहीं लगाया. And the best places to look at them is at YouTube, Vimeo, फिल्म फ्रीवे एंड ऑफ कोर्स वीकली शॉर्ट्स. ये बहुत सारे ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं जो आपको अलाउ करते हैं टू व्यू कंटेंट ऑन फ्री. Vimeo is a free content viewing platform, guys. It is not a paid platform. And Vimeo has some mind-blowingly amazing music videos. It has a section that is called music videos. You can just dive into that section and watch these videos. And of course, then you have YouTube. Look out for independent artists. Look out for independent artists on Instagram. Look out for independent artists on YouTube. Look out for independent artists on Facebook. इन सबको वहाँ पे ढूंढिए, उनके content को देखिए, and then recognize what they are doing, how they are doing it, and what is that is different in what they are doing. So there was a music video we did almost an year ago, and ये म्यूजिक वीडियो एक्चुअली मेरे स्टूडेंट्स ने मेरे साथ शूट करा बिकॉज एट द एकेडमी यू गेट टू शूट अ म्यूजिक वीडियो, अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म एंड अ शॉर्ट फिल्म एज वेल. सो हम लोगों ने सबने मिलकर म्यूजिक वीडियो शूट करा विद एन आर्टिस्ट कॉल्ड अल्फाज वर्ल्ड. So that's Arjun Lal. Arjun Lal is the artist, and the best bit, what I loved about that music video is we got to shoot with some amazing supercars. हमें बहुत ही अमेजिंग सुपर कार्स के साथ शूट करने को बुलाया, एंड दैट वाज बिकॉज ऑफ अ पॉसिबल कोलैबोरेशन. द आर्टिस्ट लुक्ड आउट फॉर पीपल अराउंड हिम हु कुड एक्चुअली गिव हिम द अपॉर्चुनिटी और द ऑप्शंस टू शूट विद हायर प्रोडक्शन वैल्यूज. क्योंकि अगर मैं ऐसी सुपर कार्स को रेंट पे लेने जाऊंगा, माई प्रोडक्शन बजट्स वुड स्काई रॉकेट, एंड आई एम नॉट किडिंग यू, दे वुड लिटरली स्काई रॉकेट. मगर यहाँ पे वी एक्चुअली produced this music video in less than 15,000 rupees. That's right, it's all about collaboration, and I'm just going to show you guys what this music video actually looked like right here.
I've been on a real good trip, feel good shit. I ain't even been through shit, no hood. I've been on a real good trip, feel good shit. I ain't even been through shit, no hood. I've been on a real good trip, feel good shit. I ain't even been through shit, no hood. And she got some real good friends, no stalling. I ain't even waiting, I dip, I'm balling. Looking through the ticker, I'm good, she calling. Pull it back, gun, go click, you're falling. Southside Delhi where kings go all in. Kinky shit, get your women on call. All of it, sipping liquor, I'm nauseous. Only money in my wallet, I'm cautious. Got big bills, that's facts, no office. I ain't stupid with her, I know she gossip. Lucky how I came through quick like frostbite. And I got a real cute chick, real boss shit. See the way she lick my frosting. Take another sip, we're bobbing. I've been on some real good shit, who want it? OG cream, who's smoking, I'm gone. Big blue note, not purple, not orange. Sprite turn purple, not yellow, not orange. Yeah, for the money, I'ma turn to Michael Myers. If I said it, then I meant it, not a liar. Double handed when I'm running through the fire. I've been at it for a while, now I'm tired. And you did it for the money, no desire. I'ma take another pill, getting higher. Leave your motherfucking face on the flyer. Get you sing for the Lord, no choir. 3 bad girls I saw this morning. Came through drifting, I'm burning my foreign. Real nice shack, that bitch stay roaring. Took 2 pills, I'm gone, I'm soaring. Got you shows, I'm out, I'm touring. Came from broke, I'm rich, I'm pouring. Can't sign checks, I need some more. Came from nothing, I bet you. I've been on a real good trip, feel good shit. I ain't even been through shit, no hood. I've been on a real good trip, feel good shit. I ain't even been through shit, no hood. I've been on a real good trip, feel good shit. I ain't even been through shit, no hood. And she got some real good friends, no stalling. I ain't even waiting at dip, I'm balling. Yeah, all 9 girls, no they all fine, off white shoes. It's about time, all night blues. Get your fine wine, disco cruise. Get your all knife and these shoes. Mix the hot lime, kinky rules. Fuck the nighttime, pay my dues. Fuck the right time, get your blues. Call the hotline, who are you? Who you talking about? Jimmy Choos. Get your phone out on the news. Let the dogs out, kangaroos. Bitches hop out, who called you? Who you gone down? Came from you. It's a fallout, we not you. This ain't Girl Scouts, ain't no news. This ain't Joe Clout. I've been drinking, I've been mixing it with fire. We from Southside, Delhi burning tires. Been king for a minute, not a crier. I'ma hustle all day through the wire. I've been drinking, I've been mixing it with fire. We from Southside, Delhi burning tires. Been king for a minute, not a crier. I'ma hustle all day through the wire.
So this was actually a music production that was done in one single day, and it was fun. It was just mind-blowingly amazing how everybody got together. So it was the artist's friends, it was the crew, it was the location. The location was a friend's place. The cars were collaborated with somebody. All of this came into possibilities, all of this came into existence only because there were a lot of people who were working together to produce this, keeping the budget low but keeping the production value ultra high. And that is what music video in today's day and age, when budgets are literally slashing, when things are literally going down after the corona lockdown, everybody is literally less on budgets. So we have to be very, very ultra careful about what we do, how we do it, and where we do it. So in the chat box, if you have shot a music video, please put the link right there and I will check it out later. Definitely share your links with me or DM me your links on Instagram. We will definitely love to watch the music videos that you guys are producing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a small behind the scenes of what we did on this production and how it actually came into existence the way it looks right now.
She got some real good friends, no stalling. I ain't even waiting, I dip, I'm balling. Looking through the beaker, I'm quick, she calling. Pull it back, gun, go click, you're falling. Southside Delhi where kings go all in. Kinky shit, get your women on call. All of it, sipping liquor, I'm nauseous. Only money in my wallet, I'm cautious. Got big bills, that's facts, no office. I ain't stupid with her, I know she gossip. Lucky how I came through quick, like frostbite. And I got a real cute chick, real boss shit. See the way she lick my frosting. Take another sip, we're bopping. I've been on some real good shit, who want it? OG cream, who's smoking, I'm gone. Big blue note, not purple, not orange. Sprite turn purple, not yellow, not orange. Yeah, for the money, I'm a ton of Michael Myers. If I said it, then I meant it, not a liar. Double handed when I'm running through the fire. I've been at it for a while, now I'm tired. And you did it for the money, no desire. I'ma take another pill, get it higher. Leave your motherfucking face on the flyer. Bitch, sing for the Lord, no choir. 3 bad girls I saw this morning. Came through dripping, I'm burning my foreign. Real nice shack, that bitch, they roaring. Took 2 pills, I'm gone, I'm soaring. Got 2 shows, I'm out, I'm touring. Came from broke, I'm rich, I'm pouring. Can't sign.
So music videos are all about big production values. They have to look very, very beautiful. They have to have a production value that actually adds real value to the production, and it should look like that. We used supercars. We used amazing locations, but none of it was very far. I didn't have to take the cars very far away from the garage. We were very close to the garage, so the owner was very okay with how many of them we could actually use. The owner had about 21 of them, so we selected about 8. We shot in the owner's garage itself. It was a basement. We retrofitted the basement according to us. We used lighting. We used flicker-free lighting to produce our content, which actually allows us to do some really high-speed shots and, of course, create some really beautifully cinematic shots as well. So when we talk about shots, when you talk about what cinematic is in terms of music video, OBS crash kar liya. Sorry about that, minor glitch in the presentation. But what I was actually talking about is when you are producing content, when you are talking about shots, there is a list of shots that we love shooting, and I'm just going to share that with you. This is a very, very beautiful list that we have created over the years of what we talk about when we talk about production. One second. I'm just gonna fix my presentation a little bit. There was a minor glitch that the software got shut down in between, so I'm just gonna recover that. 1 second. I think that's fixed. I can go back to that. Let's do a transition and I'm back. So what are the shorts in music videos? Music videos are all about establishing the location. You have to tell people where you are. You have to tell people what they should be expecting. Where are you shooting this video? It's all about storytelling. Introduce your character, introduce your artist, move with the character. There has to be movement in your shots. Use gimbals, use sliders, handheld those shots. I mean, shoot handheld. That will allow you to give some amazing dimension to your shots. अगर आप के पास स्लाइडर नहीं है, अगर आपके पास गिम्बल नहीं है, अगर आपके पास कोई भी ऐसा इक्विपमेंट नहीं है जो कि मूवमेंट ऐड कर सके, हैंडहेल्ड कीजिए. इट डजंट मैटर. क्रिएट मोमेंट्स. यू हैव टू हैव दो स्पेशल मोमेंट्स. आपकी स्टोरी टेलिंग, आपके लिरिक्स, आपके वीडियो के म्यूजिक पर बेसिस होगा कि कैसी स्टोरी टेलिंग आप कर रहे हैं. Get b-roll of literally everything. Make sure that you shoot the best of the best in everything and whatever you are doing. So it is all about visual storytelling. It is all about how you can actually meet the beat. It is all about the beat when it comes to music videos. It is all about consistency. एक बीट कट एक एडिटिंग टेक्निक होती है जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं म्यूजिक वीडियोस में, which allows us to really get the content right, really get the things running when it comes to shooting music videos. Give me 1 second. I'll have to fix my presentation. For some reason that's not working, so let's not deal with that. I'm just going to share this directly. Give me 1 second to do this. Awesome. So get your creative side up. If you're shooting slow-mos or if you're doing tracking videos, please be aware of one thing. Do not waste time. अपना time waste मत कीजिए. अगर आपको drone shots लेने हैं, especially drone shots में, क्योंकि एक time consuming job है, आप हर जगह बस drone नहीं उड़ा सकते हैं. You have to be careful, especially अगर आपके पास permissions नहीं है. So be very careful while flying a drone because it will consume a lot of your time. So the best way to go about it is कि आप अपने important shots based on your shortlist पहले ले लें. उसके बेसिस पर ही आप अपना शूट कंटिन्यू करें, so that you are actually able to produce some really amazing content. So guys, be very careful about what you do and how you produce it and wherever you are actually producing it. Then when we talk about technology, it is very important to understand what is the kind of technology that you're using, what is the kind of technology that you will be using. I personally shoot 4K. मेरे को personally 4K shoot करना पसंद है for one simple reason. 4K is not just 4 times the quality of basically footage. It is actually giving me more sharpness, it is giving me better colors, it is giving me more information, it is actually increasing the overall quality of my production. So I always recommend people that please start shooting 4K, क्योंकि 4K में आपको सबसे बड़ा क्या benefit है कि आप actually में post production HD ही करेंगे, आप HD ही upload करेंगे अगर आपको 4K upload नहीं करना है तो. सो अगर आप HD ही अपलोड करेंगे तो आपके पास सबसे बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी ये आती है कि आप 4K फुटेज को जूम इन कर सकते हैं. सो बेसिकली सेम फ्रेम में आप मल्टीपल फ्रेम्स, मूवमेंट्स, ट्रैक इन ट्रैक आउट, आप बहुत सारी चीजें कर सकते हैं, which makes it more dynamic, which makes it more engaging without you actually spending too much money on your equipment, too much money on your the stuffs that you're using and whatever you are able to do. Now, what about camera settings? So here are a few tips that will always give you some amazing footage in terms of the camera quality. First thing foremost, always keep your shutter double your frame rate. If you're doing a lyrical sync, अगर आपका आर्टिस्ट गा रहा है और आप उसका लिप सिंक कर रहे हैं, please make sure that you shoot 24 fps because that is what cinema is all about, और आपका आउटपुट भी 24 fps बनेगा. अगर आप 60 fps पे उसके लिरिक्स भी सिंक कर लेंगे, स्लो करने का आपको कोई फायदा नहीं है. लिरिक्स अगर आप लिरिक्स स्लो करेंगे, हाउ विल दैट मैच? सो दैट विल नॉट हैपन. इफ यू कैन गो अल्ट्रा क्रिएटिव, अपने आर्टिस्ट को बोलें कि लिरिक्स डबल स्पीड पे बोले ताकि आप उसको पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन में 50% पे ले जा सके, मगर वो बहुत ही रेयरली और बहुत ही कुछ कम सिचुएशंस में ही पॉसिबल है. तो ऑलवेज शूट डबल फ्रेम रेट. लिरिक्स शूट कर रहे हैं 24 फ्रेम्स पर सेकंड पे करेंगे, कीप योर शटर एट 1/50th ऑफ अ सेकंड. अगर आप डांस शूट कर रहे हैं तो शूट एट अ बेयर मिनिमम ऑफ 60 फ्रेम्स पर सेकंड. व्हाई? बिकॉज वो हो सकता है आपको पोस्ट में, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द म्यूजिक, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर कट, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर ट्रांजिशन, स्लो डाउन भी करना पड़े. एंड ऑफ कोर्स यू वांट टू क्रिएट दोस वेरी स्पेशल मोमेंट्स. आपको बहुत ही हाई स्पीड जाना है. इफ यू आर हैव द कैपेबिलिटी टू शूट 120 fps 240 fps, well, your shutter will go up, so you will need a lot of light. यहां पे जो गेम आती है लाइट्स की, यूज फ्लिकर फ्री लाइटिंग. फ्लिकर फ्री लाइटिंग इसलिए यूज करनी है क्योंकि जैसे ही आप शटर बढ़ाएंगे आपकी लाइटिंग तो रिड्यूस होगी, क्योंकि आप शटर स्पीड बढ़ा रहे हैं. अगर आप ज्यादा शटर स्पीड पर रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, लेट्स से इवन 60 fps, आपका शटर 100 या फिर 120 fps पे जाना जरूरी है. अगर हम वो करते हैं तो उस केस में मेरे को अपना शटर भी अगर मैं शटर 120 रखूं तो फ्लिकर आने के एक ज्यादा चांसेस होते हैं, फ्लिकर आने के पूरी पॉसिबिलिटी हो जाती है. इसलिए वी ऑलवेज रिकमेंड पीपल टू एक्चुअली यूटिलाइज द फ्रेम्स दैट यू हैव, यूटिलाइज द कंटेंट दैट यू हैव, एंड यूज फ्लिकर फ्री lighting. So coming back to what I was saying, I'm just going to switch my screens again. ISO, keep your ISO depending on your camera's quality, depending on what your camera's capabilities are, between 100 to 3200. 3200 से ऊपर ना जाएं until unless you have a dual native ISO. Like the cameras that I use a GH5S or an S1H for my music productions. दोनों ही कैमराज में, एंड इवन दी S5, अब ये सारे कैमराज लुमिक्स की तरफ से हैं, इन सारे कैमराज में डुअल नेटिव ISO है, जो कि मेरे को 12000 ISO तक भी अच्छी क्वालिटी दे देता है. क्योंकि उसका पहला नेटिव ISO एक्चुअली में 3200 पे स्टार्ट होता है, सेकंड 6400 पे स्टार्ट होता है. सो दोनों ही रेंजेस में मेरे को बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी मिल जाती है. एंड बिलीव मी गाइज, डुअल नेटिव ISO विल मेक योर लाइफ वेरी मच ईजियर. Keep your aperture at the widest to get that shallow depth of field. मगर एक टिप दे रहा हूं, अगर आप वीडियो शूट कर रहे हैं, your sharpest aperture of your lens is one stop below than your widest. अगर आप f1.8 लेंस यूज कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब उसका शार्पेड अराउंड 2.8 2.2 पे होगा. अगर आप f4 यूज करेंगे तो उसका शार्पेड एक्चुअली में 5.6 पर होगा. To get that shallow depth of field, use faster lenses, use faster cinematic lenses, which will give you some amazingly mind-blowing results. But be very careful that you should not be using too much of manual focus if your music video involves dancing. It is a pain to shoot dancers with manual lenses. So always shoot dancers with auto lenses, and of course you'd use wider frames if you are shooting on a gimbal. If you're using a gimbal, always use a wider lens, because at that point in time you can keep your focus at infinity, which allows you to maintain and track focus at ease. Then किसी ने सवाल पूछा था, what is 10-bit ProRes with and when do we shoot with log? So इसका एक बहुत बेसिक सा फंडा ये है कि जो आपका कलर इंफॉर्मेशन है, जो आपकी कलर क्वालिटी है ऑफ व्हाट योर कैमरा इज एक्चुअली रिकॉर्डिंग, वो सारी डिपेंड करती है कि वो क्या बिट रेट पे शूट करता है. बेसिक कैमरास, आपका फोन, आपका क्या कहते हैं कैमकॉर्डर्स, आपका क्या कहते हैं phones, camcorders, DSLRs, mirrorless cameras, any of these cameras basically 8 bit पे shoot करते हैं, which is 16 million colors. मगर कुछ cameras in mirrorless range they have started shooting 10 bit. Like I use the Lumix range, Lumix GH5, GH5S, the S series. All these cameras shoot 10 bit footage on the camera itself, which is actually 1 billion colors, guys. 1 billion colors versus 16 million colors. Imagine the differentiation. उतनी ज़्यादा information मिलती है. So 10 bit 422 is what is ProRes is 10 bit. 444 is actually 12 bit to 16 bit. एंड जो आपका कैमरा अभी शूट करता है विच इज 420. ये सारा क्रोमा सब सैम्पलिंग है. मैं बहुत डिटेल में नहीं जाऊंगा बिकॉज दैट्स एन एडवांस क्लास जो हम अपने कोर्स में सिखाते हैं. सो राइट नाउ इट्स एंड दैट क्लास इटसेल्फ टेक्स अबाउट 2 hours टू एक्सप्लेन बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंटेलिजेंट टॉपिक टू वर्क ऑन. बट व्हाट यू गाइस नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज if you're shooting log color profile, guys remember log is only a color profile. वो आपको ज्यादा डिटेल देता है शैडोज में और हाइलाइट्स को मेंटेन करता है. It is not raw footage. Log is not raw. Do not confuse log with raw. Log is just a color profile. But if you are shooting log, because you will be shooting flatter colors, you will be shooting more desaturated image, आपकी इमेज क्वालिटी ज्यादा ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट दिखेगी. उस केस में प्लीज 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 ऑलवेज शूट 10 bit because your colorist will need that much more color to actually produce the kind of content that you are looking for. So that is when you really need to shoot 10 bit footage. So let's go ahead. So we need to understand what kind of equipment do we need for any kind of shoot. So here is my checklist of equipment and that I am sharing with you guys. First thing foremost, you need a tripod. You need a very stable video tripod. Don't get photography tripods on video shoots because you will not be able to pan, you will not be able to tilt. You need a video tripod. You need a camera that shoots a minimum of 4K. Now this is because it will reduce the number of angles you need to take. 4K का सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट क्या है कि मैं इसी फ्रेम में जूम इन भी कर सकता हूं और जूम आउट भी कर सकता हूं इन पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन. But I need that much more sharpness, that much more colors, that much more information to actually do that. Get a gimbal, get a stabilizer. Your music videos will look much more beautiful. If it involves dance, then you need that movement. If it involves action, you need that movement. Gimbals are very, very necessary. If you're shooting in the outdoors, do not play with your shutter speed. Remember, guys, I will repeat it again and again. Shutter is always twice your frame rate. So if you're shooting 24 FPS, your shutter has to be stuck at 1/50th of a second. Do not change that. Do not increase that. Please, please, please be very, very careful about it. And always use ND filters to reduce light if you're shooting in the outdoors to maintain that beautiful shallow depth of field and of course that beautiful cinematic motion blur. Then you need field monitors. Because if you're shooting in bright sun or even if you're shooting indoors, a field monitor allows you to get that larger vision in your frame and you get to see all the mistakes that you're making, the kind of frame that you're shooting, all the quality that you're shooting at, and especially if you're shooting log, you need to test your color, you need to test your lighting, because if you directly depend on that log footage, आपका काम नहीं चलेगा क्योंकि आपको बहुत ही ब्लैंड और फ्लैट इमेज नजर आएगी एंड आपको लाइटिंग जज करने में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होगी. सो लॉग फुटेज के साथ आपको एक्सटर्नल मॉनिटर जो कि लट्स रन कर सकता है लाइक एन एटमॉस और अ फील्ड वर्ल्ड और मे बी पोर्ट कीज और एनी ऑफ दोज मॉनिटर्स जो कि आपको लट बेस्ड आउटपुट्स देते हैं, प्लीज वो यूज करें ताकि आप एक्चुअली में ये देख सके कि आप लॉग में क्या शूट कर रहे हैं. Then definitely have action cameras because action cameras can be mounted literally everywhere. Don't put your DSLR, your mirrorless camera or your expensive camera in danger. Get an action camera, rig it up, get all its attachments and use that rig as much as possible. get portable drones like a Mavic Mini. Mavic Mini is a non-commercial drone. Get that. You don't need permissions anymore. क्योंकि एक music video का okay, we're back. Sorry, the internet was giving us an issue. Okay, carry lots of high speed memory cards because if you are recording 4K, आपको high speed sync memory cards चाहिए that record at very very high speed. So SanDisk Extreme cards are really beautiful, or you get pro grade digital cards which are really good. Sandvik is good. So there are so many brands in the market now that shoot very very good 4K footage. अगर आपका camera 10-bit 4K shoot कर सकता है, you definitely need very high speed cards because उसको उतनी ज़्यादा information record करनी है. स्पेशली अगर लॉन्ग टेक्स लेने, 3-3.5 मिनट का एक गाना तो होगा, पूरे गाने के आप मल्टीपल टेक्स लेंगे. अगर आप पूरे गाने के मल्टीपल टेक्स ले रहे हैं, आपको उतनी बैंडविड्थ चाहिए आपके कार्ड्स के ऊपर टू रिकॉर्ड दैट परफेक्ट फुटेज विद दैट परफेक्ट क्वालिटी. Carry a laptop with you, carry a hard drive, a rugged hard drive, or maybe you can carry a solid state drive, an SSD that will allow you to check your footage on location and allow you to just make less mistakes on actual shoots. Again, flicker free lighting and of course wireless transmission. We are in a day and age where social distancing is necessary, and I prefer as a DOP कि मैं अपने डायरेक्टर को थोड़ा सा अपने से दूर रखूं ताकि वो मेरी सिनेमेटोग्राफी में इंटरफेरेंस ना करे, और मैं उसको एक मॉनिटर दे देता हूँ विद काइंड ऑफ वायरलेस ट्रांसमीटर ताकि आई कैन मूव अराउंड एंड ही गेट्स अ फुटेज एंड ही कैन जस्ट गाइड मी ऑन द काइंड ऑफ शॉट दैट ही वांट्स. So all these things are very very necessary, guys. Using a gimbal is very very important, and how to use it is more important. So I have a very very cool music video that I want to share with you. Just give me 1 second. So this video will actually show you how you can actually really get creative shots using a gimbal. So basically, when you're using a gimbal, there are some very basic shots like track forward, track back. मगर आप fake jib effect create कर सकते हैं, आप vertigo effect create कर सकते हैं, आप inception mode में उसको 360 degree twist दे सकते हैं. There is so much of creativity that goes into creating such beautiful shots in whatever you are doing and whenever you are doing it. So coming back to frames per second, what is frames per second? Video is always recorded in frames per second. हम लोग 1 सेकेंड में सिनेमैटिक वीडियो के लिए 24 फ्रेम्स को प्लेबैक करते हैं. एक्चुअली में 23.976 मतलब 23.98, but rounded off to 24. So cinema is recorded and played back at 24 frames per second because that is very natural motion blur, बहुत ही realistic दिखता है. बट हम लोग स्लोमो रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. अब स्लोमो रिकॉर्ड करते हुए आपके कैमरा पे एक ऑप्शन होना चाहिए विच इज कॉल्ड एज वेरिएबल फ्रेम रेट. In my camera it goes up to 240 fps. I use a GH5 that takes 240 fps. I use an S1 that takes 240 fps. But you have to understand, the more the frame rate, the more the shutter speed you will have to be. So you will need to add lighting. अगर आप outdoors shoot कर रहे हैं, अगर आप बाहर जाके शूट कर रहे हैं, तो सनलाइट आपके लिए sufficient light है to get that lighting for that slow-mo. मगर अगर आप इंडोर शूट कर रहे हैं, आप एक कंट्रोल्ड एनवायरनमेंट में शूट कर रहे हैं, you will need to add a lot of lights. I use the aperture lights. The aperture lights are very very beautiful when it comes to recording slow-mos because they are very very high intensity, they are very very high quality, They allow me to shoot some amazing slow-mos even indoors. सो वंस यू डन विद योर शूट, आप लोग शूट कर चुके हैं, आप लोग अपना फुटेज इकट्ठा कर चुके हैं, अब आता है पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन वर्कफ्लो. पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन वर्कफ्लो इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सबसे पहली चीज, स्टोरेज इज इंपॉर्टेंट गाइज. Stop working on portable hard drives. Stop working on those Seagates and your WDs, which are those really thin ones, क्योंकि वो मैग्नेटिक डिस्क पे चलती हैं. अगर वो क्रैश हुई, वो इरिकवरेबल है. एक टाइम था जब हमारी दो हार्ड ड्राइव्स एक के बाद एक क्रैश हुई बिकॉज ऑफ अ डेटा रिडंडेंसी. वो कोई रिकवर नहीं, एंड वी लॉस्ट बिजनेस वर्थ 3 lakhs एंड वी एक्चुअली लॉस्ट द क्लाइंट. वो क्लाइंट कभी हमारे पास वापस नहीं आया. सो एडिट ऑन पावर्ड हार्ड ड्राइव्स, dump on either rugged hard drives or solid state drives, and always create 2 backups guys. If to at least 1 backup, god forbid अगर आपकी edit hard drive को कुछ होता है, आपके पास वो रिकवर करने के लिए बैकअप होगा. स्पेशली गाइज अगर आप वेडिंग कर रहे हैं, अगर आप उस सिचुएशन में आप इवेंट्स कर रहे हैं, यू विल नॉट हैव एन ऑप्शन टू रीडू इट. शॉर्ट फिल्म्स, म्यूजिक वीडियोस मे बी, बट नॉट एनी काइंड ऑफ इवेंट. एडिटिंग वर्कफ्लोज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लोग मेरे से आए दिन पूछते रहते हैं कि यार किस पे एडिट करें. फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर पे एडिट करो. इसलिए मैं हर किसी को रेकमेंड करता हूं, प्लीज स्टार्ट एडिटिंग ऑन DaVinci Resolve 16. The only problem in DaVinci Resolve 16 is that you will not be able to use the denoiser or edit the 10-bit footage in the free version. उसके लिए आपको स्टूडियो लेना पड़ेगा. पर अगर आप ये स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं और अगर आपका सिस्टम कैपेबिलिटी DaVinci को हैंडल करने की है, please start using it because that is the industry future. And we, after 11 years of working in the industry, have switched from Final Cut Pro to DaVinci just because that is what the industry wanted, because that is an all-in-one software that does everything from editing to amazing color grading and VFX. So guys, move on to DaVinci and create paper edits. Paper edits are very very important. There is a free webinar available on editing in the Shoot Guru app. अगर आप Shoot Guru app पे जाएंगे, आपको एक free webinar मिलेगा on post production. Please go check it out. It will actually open your eyes in a lot of things that we do. So I'm going to take up some questions now. There were a lot of questions that were popping up in between. Yes, Saurabh, I so agree. Darga is amazing, and you should look at Jugaad motion pictures. BTSs, they are so mind-blowingly amazing. Then there was a question, what is ISO? ISO is the quality of light. आपके ISO sensitivity होती है आपके सेंसर की. तो अगर आप ऐसी सिचुएशन में फंसते हैं जब आप ज़्यादा अपर्चर को चेंज नहीं कर सकते, शटर को नहीं छेड़ सकते, लाइट इंक्रीज करने के लिए, the only thing left to change is the ISO. The more the ISO, the more the light, but the quality of light will decrease. You will start getting what we call as gain. How's Blackmagic 4K or Sony S3? I believe all these cameras in the market are doing very, very well. It is your personal choice on what camera you buy. You can go for an ecosystem which adds more and more money to it. Like for example, like the Blackmagic one, I like the camera, I love the dynamic range, but my problem is that you need accessories to rig it up. Whereas if you use something like an S1H, which shoots 6K on camera itself, you don't need anything else but a monitor maybe to record 12-bit. So it is up to you what you want to do. It is up to you how you want to spend on your ecosystem, whether you invest money in the beginning or keep investing in it to accessorize your camera to get that footage. What kind of a system is needed for DaVinci? Well, see, there are systems by MSI, by Asus that start about 60-70K, which are very decent. The main thing that you need is GPU to use DaVinci. DaVinci requires a GPU to give you that processing power. So as starting out as a cinematographer, suggestion on lights in which I can invest. Aperture. Man, aperture lights are mind-blowingly amazing. Sakit, can you hand me one, please? I'm going to just show you guys for a music video what aperture can really do and add value in terms of what you are producing and what you are doing. So I have a light which is called the MC LED. I love that light, and I love that light for one simple reason, that that light actually allows me to give effects to my artist. If I'm shooting a sequence which needs a cop car, if I'm shooting a sequence which needs lightning, if I'm shooting a sequence which needs the focus on my subject, soft lighting on my subject, this really small light actually adds value to my production and allows me to shoot really good footage without adding too much to the budgets, too much to the cost. And I'm just going to show you guys what this light is really capable of. So it's as small as this, what is in my hand, and this can be controlled using your phone. You can do everything with using your phone. This is a basic color. Saket, can you just turn the lights off for me? I'm just going to turn this off. I think that's more than enough. So this is a very basic light that I can use, and let's switch to FX modes. So FX mode is very easy. This is a full HSI, that is a full hue, saturation and intensity thing. Right now what you're seeing is lightning. How the LED is actually pushing on me is lightning. Then I can switch to, this is party. It will change colors. I can select the saturation of the colors. I can select the lighting, the pulse rate, how fast should it move, all using the app. This is pulse if you really want to create an effect of a bulb fluctuating in the distance, or you want to give it that cop car effect. Don't use it otherwise. Be safe. Never run out on the streets with this. You'll get into trouble. But yes, this does replicate of what a cop car is. This is, and then you have something like fire. If I want to create a romantic kind of a situation, if I want to give that romance feel, I don't need to light the fires. I don't need my actors to sweat after that shoot, during that shoot. So this is where this light really helps me to get it. It actually replicates fire. Then of course a lot more things that you can do with it. TV, you don't have to make your actors like sit on in front of a television. You can actually use this to replicate what a TV light would fall on your subject, and you need to just make it right. Make sure they're not wearing glasses, because the light will be visible, or if they are, just angle it in a particular way that it does not really show. Faulty bulb, maybe you want to create some horror moments, you want to create some drama in your scenes. That is where this light is mind-blowingly amazing, and I love it. So this small little thing is a package on its own. It really gives you a lot more quality, a lot more options when it comes to lighting. A very good investment, and Jatin, if he's still watching this, would agree, because on my recommendation he went ahead with it, and he is producing some amazing B-roll videos lately. And if you're worried about power, this small little thing right here, well, this packs a punch. It's the Aputure AL-MX. It is actually the brightest compact light. I'm really going to go dark now. And let's turn this on. Check that out. It is actually bright, and you want to see the really bright mode of it? This is how bright it goes. Wow. And then it has something which is called powerful lighting. This, okay, it's hard to even look at the camera now, but this is what it does. It lights your subject up like completely, and it allows you to do many different things with it. So I'm just gonna turn that off. Whoa, that kind of gave me stars in my eyes. But होता क्या है कि आपको अच्छी lighting की ज़रूरत है, and all these lights are flicker free. You have to be very careful when you're selecting lights. जो हमने सबसे बड़ी गलतियां जो हमने लाइफ में करी, हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट करी है बिना सोचे समझे, and we've invested into very pathetic lighting options, sound options, monitors, cameras, made mistakes in buying our first camera. So be very careful in buying whatever. If you guys need to upgrade your cameras, just DM me on Instagram. I will get you the deals you want, get you the rates that you want, because we have tied up with brands to get you guys discounts, because we don't charge any kind of commission. What are the technical aspects of black and white music videos? Wow, you need harsh lighting. You need not harsh, but directional lighting. Create shadows. Black and white is all about shadow and light. You need to create shadows. You can't have a shadowless world, because a shadowless world in black and white will be a gray world. So don't do that. Create shadows, do directional lighting, learn about portrait lighting, and then shoot black and white. And of course, shoot color, do it in post, but I love shooting black and white as it is as well. Do it only if you don't ever want to convert that video into color. First cinematic lens to buy. Well, suck it, lenses please, don't. I am a fan of micro four thirds for one simple reason. It is the economy that micro four thirds gives me. Camera stop. Cinema lenses are ultra expensive. Well, this is my new baby right here, and this is my cinema lens. This is a parfocal cine lens by Film. It's a 10 to 24 cine lens. It has a manual aperture, it has a manual focus, and of course a manual zoom. Very well built. The higher end, the quality, the higher end lenses, the full frame lenses, options of these cost in lakhs. This is the lens which costs about 1.5 lakh. This is one of the cheapest cine lenses that you can get. This is a 10 to 24 that gives me a wide effect. And if I want to go a little closer, I want to do close-ups, I do a 50 mm. And this camera that you see right now is a BGH1. It is my next big move into music videos. You want the red, I give you similar quality, and this is what it is all about. But yeah, shoots 4K, does not shoot 6K, and is beautiful for entry level cinematographers. And I can attach anything using a rig. I am actually using a small rig over here, which is mind-blowingly sturdy and gives me so many options to connect so many things. The thing about cinema lenses is it is expensive, but these lenses cost you less than 1.5 lakhs easily. And with that, you need something like this. This is a PD movie follow focus, which actually allows me to maintain follow focus wirelessly. It comes with a really cool, a follow focus dial right here, and a follow focus motor that goes onto the rails that you just saw over there. Amazing quality to work with, amazing things that you can do with this. And the best bit with all this is that you can get very amazing cinematic footage without actually burning your banks. These are very ultra affordable without you really hurting your banks in any way. And guess what? If you become a Shoot Guru student, you get to use all of this as a part of your course. So let's go ahead. On YouTube. Thanks, buddy, for sharing amazing content. I look up to you. Thanks, Jitesh. Should I add acoustic panels in my studio? Yes, if you are doing sound recording, you definitely need bass traps and you definitely need sound absorbers. I prefer using not those eggshells, but rock wool inside frames. That gives me amazing echoless environment. And bass traps, of course, if you are doing music, if you're recording music, you definitely need a bass trap. Which budget mic would you recommend? Budget, I don't know, but if you are looking for a very high-end sound quality, so the DT mics are amazing. The DT D3 is an entry-level mic, or shotgun mic, something like this that you're looking at over here. This is a D3 Pro, which is a little expensive, but the kind of sound quality that this baby gives is unbelievable. I have shot using it in the loudest of situations, on street, inside schools, outside construction areas, and I have been able to get some amazing quality of sound, of dialogue, of interviews in outdoors right onto my camera using a 3.5 mm jack. It also has a XLR converter to get that balanced sound. So you need very high quality sound. Go for DT any day. So guys, if there are no more questions, I think that is all the time that we have today. But then again, it is all about what you guys want to create and how you guys really want to create it. Just be a creator, and we have different things that are available to you. We have basically a lot of options in terms of learning. A lot of free workshops are available on the Shoot Guru app. A lot of free workshops are available on YouTube as well. We get our sponsorships from brands. Like today, we are powered by Aperture, DT, Film, Evo Audio, and of course Panasonic Lumix. And this video is being streamed using an S1. And of course you have the BGH1 here, which is going to be my next big music video and short film killer right here using cinematic lenses. And if you are interested into something which is more about doing the right kind of content, and you want to learn and skill up more, you can of course join us at the Academy. The students get the first op at joining our team. They go for our shoots. We've got Chirag, Vishal, who are already part of the team, and we are heading towards a lot of shoots and doing a lot of more things, bigger things in future. So if you guys ever want that exposure, we have a 60-day course available. Very small amount of people we accept. We don't go beyond 6 to 7 people per batch. The batches are available in the day and night. If you're working in the day, you can take up the night batch, which happens at 7, 8, or 9 p.m. There are 3 batches in the evening, and of course there is a batch in the mornings as well, 11 and 12 p.m. 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. So these batches are available to you if you are interested in getting your filmmaking skills up and doing everything. Internships were available with us. We keep announcing internships, but that depends on what are the current requirements running. Like for example, we're looking for a writer for an internship right now. If any of you guys are writers, we would definitely love to have you on board. But again, internships are given first to students and then outside. If you don't have student options available, then we go outside. Mobile gimbal, I personally prefer DJI, but Moza is doing very well as well, and ZoomTech as well. But DJI is actually the industry leader in gimbals and drones, so I would always prefer DJI. But if you are looking for a more affordable option, there is a brand which is an Indian brand now called Pixella, Pixella. They have an Indian support and an amazing team to work with, and a very decently priced entry level gimbal. I will, Yash, I will definitely tell you about the pocket cinema camera one day. How to join my team? Just DM me on Instagram on what you're interested in. You will be able to join us on our next shoot. We love collaborating with people, and especially if you are heading to your city, we would love to collaborate with you. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for joining in, and it was a complete pleasure having you guys here. And I hope there was some value addition that we were able to give you in this process of filmmaking and in music videos. This was just a teaser of what we can actually teach you. And of course, if you really want to get your game up, skill up, if not with me anywhere, do it on your own. But if you are interested in a one-to-one mentorship, I'm always available for a chat. Just get in touch, DM us. I reply to all my Instagram messages. In case I miss replying to your Instagram message, please don't get mad. Just send a message again, because it might be a chance that I do miss it among all the other messages. So ho jata hai kabhi kabar. But then again, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for giving your time on this Friday evening. It's been a complete pleasure having you. And if any of you guys want to join the course, new batch starts Monday, and there's an existing batch which has not had too many classes. You can join it as well. All the classes are taken live by me and me alone. You get extra benefit by getting those workshops. Plus, the moment we enter the production time, because all these classes happen online, you have an ability to come to our academy and practice. Just book your slot, come and practice using our equipment. So you get to literally use all of this that is kept here in front of me. This amazing cinema lenses, cinema cameras, lights, whatnot. You have an access to all of this as a student. And of course, we will back you up in your productions wherever, however possible. So guys, you guys take care, and just keep in touch and be safe. Ciao.